Hello, my name is Amrinder Singh and I'm going to discuss about my CDU Tax Clinic internship for year 2021, which is the requirement for wib602 and 603, which is my core unit for Masters of Professional Accounting. In this PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to discuss about my project internship report and what I have done so far and what I have achieved from there and about the project information. First of all, I'm going to discuss about the project information. I was doing my internship with CDU Tax Clinic, which is renamed from the name of National Tax Clinic Program, which is introduced by the Honorable Prime Minister Scott Morrison during the year 2018. He introduced this program in order to reduce the regulatory tax burden, which is placed on the organizations to lodge the tax. In most of the states of the Australia, there are heaps of people who are unrepresented as a taxpayers. They don't have any tax representative and they don't even know how to lodge their tax. So he introduced this program, a project as a name of National Tax Clinic, which is renamed by the CDU staff to the CDU Free Tax Clinic in order to attract most of the people. In year 2018, at the end of 2018, Honorable Stuart Robert wrote a letter to the Charles Darwin University regarding this project to include their accounting students and staff, to give them a training to provide trainings to the accounting students so they can gain real life experience by lodging the tax of people and they can get a benefit from this tax clinic. And along with that, it will also help the local people who don't have any tax representative. The university accepted this offer, and in the first year, they introduced this program in the mid of year 2019. And in the first time, they had a very few people to lodge their tax. As the tax clinic project gained its popularity, every year the number of visitors for the tax lodgement was increased. Nowadays, most of the small business also comes to lodge their tax and to seek tax advices on their returns. The Free Tax Clinic project is running in association with some of accountants and consultants, Charles Darwin University and Australian Taxation Office. In the further slides, I'm going to discuss about each of them, how they play a main role to run this Free Tax Clinic project. Some of Accountants and Consultants is a local organization which provides financial and consultancy services to the people. This company is owned by two partners, Ali Dhirarani and Manfred Maletzin. They are the owner of this company and they are specialized in providing consultancy services to the companies and to the other individuals. They help them to lodge tax of peoples as well. They are the main branch. They are the main people who run this whole tax clinic project under the guidance of ATO, and they have project managers from CDU Tax Clinic. Further, another organization which plays a main role to run this tax clinic is, of course, this Charles Darwin University, which is one of the leading university in Australia with more than 24,000 students across their 10 campuses. CDU provides a number of training courses across the country to various students. And that's why they are running the Free Tax Clinic and reform the name of National Tax Clinic in order to attract most of the peoples, because the term free attracts people to get benefits. So next I'm going to talk about the organization details like the mission, what was the mission of the project and number of employees at the project, and of course where we were situated during this whole time for the project. So the main mission of this project was to assist the vulnerable people of the Northern Territory who are living in the remote areas of Top End. They don't have any tax representatives and they can't visit to nearby tax agents to lodge their tax. This mission was also assisting the small businesses to lodge their tax and to provide them a tax advisors under the supervision of trained tax professionals. The another mission was to provide appropriate awareness to the people regarding their tax obligations. Like most of the people, they don't lodge their tax because they thought they are not even earning enough money to pay a tax. They don't even have any idea about like when they have to lodge a tax and when they don't even have to lodge a tax. So The main mission of this tax clinic was also to provide the awareness to the people that why they have a obligation, tax obligations to lodge their tax. We were assisting the people to create their MyGov account and assisting them to get registered with the GST for the people who were doing businesses and those who are liable to pay GST. And we had a heaps of clients who had doubt and queries regarding the taxes, for such as like people why they are paying medical levy and how much they are paying medical levy. In case of the temporary visa holders, we have to provide them our advice on that stuff as well. Most of the people, they had a questions and queries regarding the GST and tax return. They don't even had idea, like they were thinking they were paying two different taxes at the same time. So we had to sort out all those queries and doubts. So now I'm going to talk about the number of employees and locations. So we had two mentors from some of accountants and consultants. They were providing us supervision and they were assisting us to launch the tax, and they were the main mentors we had at the CDU Tax Clinic to provide us real life experience. And we were 6 students and we had 2 volunteers as well who were already passed out from the CDU Charles Darwin University. And we were situated at the waterfront campus, which is in a main campus in a Darwin city. So this is our wonderful CDU Free Tax Clinic team for 2021. We had our mentors and we had a staff from CDU Charles Darwin University. These are project managers Raul David and Scott Morrison, and these are two mentors from some of accountants and consultants, and rest of these are the students and volunteers. So we had main task to deal with the clients, to assist them to lodge their tax, and to of course handle the emails and calls. We had a heaps of emails and calls during this internship. And of course we were also doing research work, like we were continuously learning different things by making a new research and by reading the new taxation laws and legislations. And we were working on a zero and wib as well. Like in that case, we have to do payroll run for the some of accountants and consultants. They had their own personal stuff, so they were also giving us knowledge about the different accounting software such as Zero and Mayo. So these are our reporting lines. First, in a first step, we had students and volunteers which were working on they were directly dealing with the clients, and they were reporting each and everything to the sum of accountants and consultants, and of course the project managers from the CDU. And these two partners from like the supervisors, so some of accountants and consultants and project managers, they were reporting these information obtained from us to the AQ, which is the main governing body. So this is our reporting lines. So why we do an internship? So we do internship to increase our self-confidence and to get a direct experience by learning from real life examples. So these are my soft skills which I have enhanced during my internship: trustworthiness, empathy, which means like how we work in a team to manage the relationships with other people, assertiveness, communication skills, team spirit, and of course, creativity. So further, we are discussing about learning outcomes from the internship. So the first and main thing I have learned from my internship, it's like, if you don't know anything, always go and ask. Don't do any stupidity, like don't proceed with any task without knowing them what you are going to do. So if you are not sure about the things, go and make it sure. Like if you are doing any task, if you have any designated task, go make sure if you are on the right track. Be simple, professional, formal, and creative at your internship places. Always wear a professional attire which represents the whole company and which leads a professionalism experience on the other people as well. And the another thing is that you can also learn by observing more than asking. Sometimes you don't need to ask the questions from other people, so you can keep learning by observing the things if you have some basic knowledge about that. Always you should have an ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, which is also known as the work empathy, and try to respect others others people as well. So if you are thinking that work is easy for you, that might not be easy for another one. So that is what we call empathy. I was gaining hands-on experience by directly dealing with the clients. We had a different clients from the different organizations. Some of them have a small businesses, and some of them have were sole traders, and some of them were just doing their jobs. And we had a different experience for different stuff. And when we do a work in a real life experience, that is totally different from the university knowledge. Like what we have gained from the university, that is all about theoretical knowledge, but when we implement it in a real life, that is totally different. So the real life world is totally different from the university and all those books stuff. Like if you read, but that's what you are gaining from the books. But like when you are going to implement it in your real life, that is going to be a bit harder. So world of work is totally different from your university. And another thing is, never be afraid to speak of what you think. If you're finding something wrong or something is not good as per your perspective, don't be afraid to raise your voice. That is the main thing in any work organization. And we had like slight minor issues, so we were always ready to raise our voice during my internship. So this is my growth chart, and this is not build myself. This is like what I have gained so far during my internship, and all this information is acquired from the mentors report and from my colleagues, from my fellow students, and from my volunteers. The dark blue color represents my skill graph before the internship, and the light blue, oh yeah, of course, the light blue, it represents after the internship. So work ethics, which was around 60 to 65% before this internship, is increased a lot. And of course, the problem solving and time management, that is the main thing I have learned so far. I was very poor in solving the problems by my own, but yeah, at the internship I learned a lots of things, that how to solve problems by your own. And I was not so responsible before that, I guess. Yes, of course, I was not so responsible, but after doing my internship, that teach me how to be a very responsible person. And I was doing a team leadership as well for 2 or 3 weeks, I guess. So that's helped me to learn how to make a team, how to build leadership skills. And of course, the communication skills plays a vital role in every organization. You have to build your own communication skills from gaining your direct experience. Oh yes, so this is the organization evolution, in which is categorized in three main parts. First of all, I'm going to talk about my mentors. So we had two mentors from some of accountants and consultants, and of course we had two project managers from CDU, Raul David and Simon Morris. They were always there to give us a corrective feedback, and of course they were very encouraging, inspiring. They were providing a feedback on a time to time, like they were coming to the office and they were telling us you should do this and you should work on this. They were providing an individual feedback as well. Environment at the organization was awesome. I learned a lot of things over there, like not only from the mentors and project managers, but of course from volunteers and from fellow students. And it was really friendly environment over there. And employees, of course, my fellow students and the staff from some of accountants and consultants. Sometimes they were also sitting with us in the same office in order to manage the workload. Everyone was very kind, friendly, and respectful. They were providing us lots of information regarding different stuffs. Oh yeah, internship side effects. So if you're doing your internship with any of your organization, of course you are getting your direct experience from your job. You can get a position, secure a position in future, and of course you will have a job title. Like I was doing my internship in the field of taxation, so if in future if I'll apply for a job in a tax field, I will of course obtain a job title. And of course we built a strong networking. Most of the people at the CDU Tax Clinic, like mentors and projectors, they know us very well. So we can use their references, we can take help and supervision or guidance from them. In any case, networking plays a vital role in order to get a future job. So that's the main thing which we had built over there. This is my reflection report, and we had two reflections. I had two reflection reports from here, and I'm going to discuss about each scenario here. So the first situation was team leadership and team management. I was responsible to manage the team for 3 to 4 weeks. So the main task was to lead the team, like who will do which task, and handling the mails and calls, and of course the task distribution. So I have to allocate the task to each and every team, every group. So in order to achieve effective team leadership, so the action I've took is like I always take care of weaker aspects of my colleagues, and I was distributing the task relevantly to them by providing them assistance from experienced colleagues. So in case if one is weaker in lodging the GST stuff, so I always put him with the experienced guy for the GST, and I was giving them tasks especially for the GST. So the weaker people, or like the one who is quite in ineffective in lodging the in carrying out the particular task, so I was giving them those tasks under the special supervision so they can learn during their internship. So during that time, when I was a team leader, I received a positive feedback from my teammates, and of course, everyone was happy with my work allocation, and I found myself as an active team leader. So the second thing I would like to share is like we had a clients who had not lodged her tax for 5 years, and she had a overdue tax for the 5 years. She had no idea that whether she had to lodge a tax or not. She said she was just doing working, and her income was less than 18,000, and that's why she was not lodging the tax. So the main task was I had to create her MyGov account, and then I made a call to the ATU to link her MyGov account with ATU, and I provided her awareness as well that why she had to lodge her tax. Doesn't matter whether she's making less than 18,000. So after that, I created her account at MyGov account. I linked it with the ATU and lodged her tax, and I gave her some basic tax obligation informations that why she had to lodge her tax. And of course, I received a positive feedback from her. She got a very big return because she hadn't lost her tax from far last 5 years. And so in this case, the client met the tax obligations, and ACU, of course, ATO received the tax information of the client. Client had received a huge return, and she was also aware for her future tax requirements. And I got a positive feedback from my mentors and project managers as well. It took a really long time to lodge her tax. So to wrap up, I would like to say CDU Tax Clinic helped me a lot to enhance my existing skills. As my growth chart said, I was not very active for my professional work, so it helped me to learn a basic knowledge about the professionalism as well. And of course, the internship provided me an opportunity to build new skills. I had gained a direct experience from dealing with the clients. And this work experience will help me to find a job in near future. So after completing my study, which is about to finish in this month, so I will apply for a job in the field of taxation, and this experience will help me to get a job. And of course, the future job will not be so challenging to do a fresh start as an accounting or taxation field. So I already had a good experience, so it will not be very tough or challenging to get a job in this field because I will use my experience, which I have gained in last 4 months. And of course, any questions so far? Just because of this technical stuff, you guys can't raise any questions, but yeah, definitely feel free to get into the comment section if you had any questions. And thank you for patience for watching this video and giving me a correct feedback on this video. And these are the references for this stuff. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time. Take care. Bye.